Hey, I swear, Ghana, I'm out. You need serious one, say. I'm out for being serious one, say. I swear. Imagine someone by me home say open down high. Me did in the mouse say high no. Later on, what turn the whole house to business? Like what the any business? What turn the whole house to restaurant? Me damn me the amount say high no. And then me the amount say high no. My own property, and it's about to me the amount say high. High like high netinum. O be high na as different story na catch them. Later me buy what done the whole house to restaurant. Abusia, I brought me whole video. No, video this circulate online. Almost all the bloggers I reacted to video. No, like video that circulated. I brought me whole video. I was like, hey Ghana. Obidin in the amount say hi no. What then if you need na restaurant? What just say what renovating fear no from head to toe? Why ye bibia? Why bibia new? I brought me whole video. I was like, guy no, hey. Obi fie abusia ye ba be konsem anu say me creative you subscribe to channel subscribe me see sa news we dey me cry mo abusia e o channel we so ye bring you interesting news so say news e trend online kwa e dey bro ya sa react to favorite artist the music or drop ya na react to and subscribe to the channel na be come e kra abusia na abusia me see asem we o dey try ye be konsem ni mi o kra be o be shock. Tell me I am out of words. What does it mean? Who they mean campo? Hey, abusi entry homra. Restaurant na ye ka ho asem no. Ni din Shitwa. Shitwa is in China name. Shitwa. Ni mean here at your place. What I say? At your place. Now microphone I both to the stand say my rent will be few. Let me start the story. Obi ba like landlord no hon so be obi pedan han. There's some guy or ban also be pedan han. What I say? And a landlord ni bisa and say or the which kind of like or the be day what I say? And I see or the be host to the business partners like or han dine for 5 years. Also or han dine for 5 years. Into or the be host to the business partners as in like or to international business BMT. The partners in the bar they will stay in. What I say? Actually, no, what Danny fear no the whole house into I restaurant. What Danny the whole house into restaurant? What I say? And you see the man if you're who if you're an ankasano, they send her invitation. If you're a landlord nibo like if you're an ankasano there, he's abroad and a landlord nibaneden. And what Ghana, what you say? So on be renovations, it will feel like I say feel na fee, what you say? So they decide that say, oh when any renovations near then, you man, you know this kind of investment, you know, ska wo what you say, oh ye fee na man, especially big cities like Accra, what you say? Eti on be renovate fee ni na this guy a buy say obepa dan for 5 years. What you say? Obepa dan for 5 years na busia. Hey, before and after, and that's good news. Before no, and after, like send another dine tea before answer, and somebody man high no, and on the man high send a guy and I dino. It was crazy. It was funny. What you say? And see, on the dine man high no, and I just say, you see, if you're abroad and on the banana work, I think on the work Ghana, but on team may feel no. What you say? This information goes to if you are for now, the diamond high like. You don't check up on the building, how the building look like the moon man said time now so. Now I bet you sika. And that's what they are bro and no. So obi okra o mafie ho e ma check the ekoso. Abusia fast forward into if you are neba no wo honum na ono ne friend no ono ne if you are neba ne friend a friend say oh there is this restaurant new restaurant e wo town just say omu bia no na restaurant no come out what you say into o me enko not knowing say onu akasa ni parent efie no na guy in the restaurant onu akasa ni efie no na guy in the restaurant now at the beginning girl no say like obeji dan for fran na oye renovations no like or started oye renovations no now omu nim say like normal renovations like or the be hosty so ya how there was say oye fie no kakra like Afi ade ni kɔ n'anim o twi fie hɔ o to hɔ tiles. Why even swimming pool atu fie. Why swimming pool atu fie hɔnom abusua kyɛ sɛ o de gina hɔhoɔ. Enti if you ɔse nadamfo no yɛ de invite ne sɛ ɔnyɛ dɛ. Ɔmyɛmra ho bie some new party ɛwɔ Accra. Enti ɔka sɛ ɔmyɛmra no ɔse o okay. Enti ɔmo sim sɛ ɔmo ba no they were using Google Map. So ɔmo duru area mu hɔ no na girl no say area mu hanum say de ya say me ma me fie wɔ ha ba me ma me fie wɔ ha ba. Ɔse oh ha de me ma me fie wɔ ha me ma me fie wɔ area mu ha ba. Not knowing say ɔno ni fie ɛna ya de ne kɔ. So she was following the Google Map. The Google Map was, oh, okay, follow your left, follow your right. You have reached there. Oh, go for it. Kwakakra. Oh, pakiha. Oh, kwanim kakra. If you him sometime. And he was, if you any mami fie. This house, no, any mami fie. If you, I quite remember any mami fie. So he just kept quiet and then entered the house. So he just kept quiet and then entered the house. So he started taking pictures. And the guy, he will feel proud like, oh, I've opened a new hotel. People are taking pictures. Not knowing, sir, she was taking evidence. Or taking evidence to prove to her mom. What you say? And see, over taking evidence, same way na. And the reason why I same way, a very popular on social media na. Landlord no. Eba no se won ti ase ne se omo renovate efie ni nyina wie no se oba be cheke se o efie no oba be hwe fie na securities wo honom no securities say restaurant so securities wo honom no man no kwan o ti ase sometimes omo man no kwan sis no is that you. And she was like, no, my mom's house o see me in my own mom's house. I was saying into on be she just take pictures. What you say? And then send my mom say, "Mommy, behave." Mommy, behave. We fear no. Just say, "Oma renovate no." Just say, "Oma the restaurant." What you say? Just say, "Oma say bibia we fear completely, totally." Right now, the house is restaurant. It's a bit of friend, mama, and then fast they involve police. What you say? Oma police ba asem. And Oma catch that guy and say. No, onye saa ofie onum. Owo mpesa. Still na guy need so ye. And then omo call for police by and then omo take all the things down. Omo dey assembly call court and omo dey band be two fie no so say na obi am honum bi mo dey say. To omo dey band be two fie no so no. And then just right now no akwa no be yes no. O say o hia ni niam nyina. And the house if you're is willing to give it to him. What you say? Right now, no, if you're no money, nah, what, just say, I feel no, Mr. Bay renovate because you see, send a wire, no, me say, restaurant, no, family, and Shatawale, when you have a hotel, which I say, hey, easy, or not some control. Family, and Shatawale, just a big artists, big DJs. Abba, fear no, maybe have it like, or maybe have it fun, though. What you say, like, nene easy, like, what I didn't need that hotel. Wa be a swimming pool right now swimming pool no if you na wakata swimming pool ni so nyina o ti ase wakata so nyina che say light omo dibubom wa yiyi bibia o ti ase age say omo says hye fie no foforo because of the na wa abonten like the na guest ni bo mbetena so I say ahoho ni bo mbetena so nyina wo mabubu ni nyina che say omo renovate fie no foforo bisia o de he video emla.
So this was just a few hours after the eviction took place. We were just walking through to assess the changes that had been made, as well as any damages. Mind you, it had been almost 2 years since I had walked through this property like in detail. So I was just taking everything in. And just for comparison, this is what the place used to look like back when we were renovating in 2020. So it was very much an open floor plan. There were no like structural divides in the living area, plenty of light coming through the windows. So we did feel like, what the tenant had done had given it a completely new layout, one we did not like. But anyway, walking through the rest of the house, we noticed quite a few damages. They may not have been anything major, but they were more annoying than anything, right? Because it just showed a lack of care and respect for someone's property. But you know what? It is what it is. I guess it comes with the territory of being a landlord, but we found various things missing, like cabinets in the kitchen, stovetop pieces were missing, wall outlets, the sockets, light switches, things like that. Anywho, because the house is an older house, the rising damp didn't surprise us, but it's not necessarily the tenant's fault. I just wish he would have told us so that we could have mitigated the progression of it. Instead, it was all covered up with wallpaper. Anyway, he had sent his people to come and remove all the plasterboard over the windows. They had also covered this beautiful glass divide that led to the corridor, so I had them take that down as well. Over the next few days, they had come to dismantle the cabanas and the outside bar that they had put in the backyard, but that ended up also causing a lot of damages. We were really just focused on trying to get them out as soon as possible so that we could have our property back. We noticed that there was a lot of paint chipping because he decided to paint the house black and then white again. He had also added this sort of like ledge on the roof for extra spotlights, I guess. Yeah. And then he ended up taking the water pump. And when we asked him to put it back, he brought one that wasn't working. So I just felt like that was really petty. And then worst of all, we came to realize that he rewired all the electricals in order to give each room its own ECG meter, which I'm pretty sure is illegal. But it took 3 electricians and thousands to fix this. Anyway, this is where the pool used to be. He covered it up with sand and tiles. And then this is where the outdoor bar was. And we're trying to figure out how to fix this up because there's like all these pipes sticking out and electrical wires. So I think this is going to take a little bit more brain power. But anyway, this was like 1 month after we cleaned up pretty much everything ourselves because we realized the tenant was not going to commit to the restoration. And so we ended up having to do the restoration ourselves. So a lot of that started with trying to take care of a lot of the damp proofing, making sure like any damages due to
I asemu obusia odwin say e fa asemu ehu share your views in the comment section. No dey say but me hu adwin che like joy na ye and I said the akwa no ye no like oboka nti omo dey omo man balance bi and I odwin say e fa asemu ehu na I was like hey amanfo obodu e dan nya wo dia unim say da bi bia dan no you might lose it. So why did you invest in it? Like I didn't think that we invest you obusia. But me who adwin wo comment section as what you say right now the omaji dan na dey afri boy no nsem what you say omaji afri no nsem but me who adwin kire wo comment section as let's subscribe to channel no what you say e wo channel we so provide news I train online bit say ya what you say the best show say we subscribe to channel no but I saw them at na from Mercury bye bye.